Just give me 1 second. Hi everyone, my name is Rohan Yadav. My student ID is M20251027. Today we are here to discuss about the international students' welfare in Australia, UK, and Canada. Introduction to study. So, so yeah, just give me 1 second. Number of international students choosing to study abroad is higher than ever, and their welfare, which means their overall health, happiness, and success is paramount. So this research is for Australia, UK, and Canada. So if we look about the comparison points, we'll be comparing the policies, services, and welfare system in these countries, assessing how effective they support students, not just academic, but social, financial also, according to all the reports. So in Australia, let's start with Australia. The research concludes offer comprehensive and general, more student-friendly welfare. Working rights on subclass 500 allows student to work part-time during the term and full-time during the breaks, provided essential financial support. And for post-study work, and like subclass 485, it offers up to 6 years of post-study work. This is a major advantage, enhancing both financial and stability, professional work experience, according to Song and Mo 2025 report. Then for UK welfare system, oh, the UK provides graduate routes law, which grants 2 year post worker permit, while help this shorter duration can be seen as limited job prospect compared to the Australian system. According to the Canada welfare system. Finally, Canada system is also quite attractive, novel through the postgraduate work permit (PGWP), work rights. Students work for up to 3 years after graduation, which is a robust opportunity. Challenges, however, Canadian students face specific challenges. This include slow visa processing, regional disparities in welfare services, significant pressure from housing and financial burdens. These factors can certainly hinder some student overall success. That's all from me. I will handing over to my next student colleague. Thank you.
Thanks, Rohan. Can you please?
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you so much. Hi, my name is Orya. My student ID is AIM20251028, and I'm presenting the research design part of our project. And this in this slides, I will discuss about purpose, the international welfare of international students in Australia, the UK, and the Canada. This section explains the purpose, research approach, data collection, and key findings that shape the study. So, if I go for the research significance, what's the purpose of the study? That means the main goal of our research was to explore how welfare and well-being differ for international students across these three countries. We wanted to understand how policies, institutional support, and living conditions affect students' experiences both academically and socially. This is important because international student welfare influences academic success, retention, and the reputation of its best. And if you ensures the equal access to academic success, that will compare by comparing Australia, the UK, and Canada, our study helps identify what works well and where improvements are needed. And slide 3, the research approach. We adopted a mixed methods approach combining quantitative surveys and qualitative interviews. This design allowed us to measure pattern through numbers while also understanding personal experiences in depth. Using both methods helped ensure data triangulations, meaning the findings from one method could support and strengthen the other. This approach gave our study both accuracy and contextual relevant. And about the next slide, that is to convert the data collection process. in the in this section, our research took place over 3 weeks using Google Forms shared through student associations and university groups. We try to do surveys and about 10 from each country and conducted 6 short Zoom interviews to explore personal experiences. Participants discuss areas such as living costs, mental health, social belonging, and institution support. We followed ethical guidelines by ensuring informed consent, voluntarily participant, and confidentially at all stages. And the other slide, slide number, can you please, data analysis strategy? Thank you. Quantitative data were analyzed using basic descriptive statistics. And in Excel, the like means that frequency counts to identify key trends. Qualitative, this is called that where this is the data that were examined through thematic analysis following Brown and Clark's framework 2006, focusing on recurring idea like financial pressure and social adjustment. By combining these two analyses, we obtained a balanced interpretation of both measurable outcomes and personal insights. And other slide, that's rational and relevance. That's the mixed methods design was ideal for our project because it allowed both breadth and depth. Online tools helped us collect data efficiently across continents, and teamwork improved reliability and accuracy. This research method not only suited our topic but also developed our collaborative and ethical research skills, which are valuable in real academic practice too. And the last slide, that is key findings and the conclusion. Our findings showed that Australia provides the most inclusive support for international students, especially in mental health and post study opportunities. The UK offers strong academics but less emphasis on emotional and social welfare. Canada has a welcoming environment and good post graduation options, but faces issues like high living costs and housing shortage as well. Overall, our research design enabled a well rounded analysis of these systems and highlighted how welfare directly shapes international students' well being and success. Thank you. Thanks for my part. And I will suggest my another group member to discuss his part. Thank you so much.
Uh, yeah, hi, I'm Zu Yao, and for the next slide, we we are discussing how we implement this research. And first, as as mentioned before, we have two parts: survey and interview. For the survey, we use Google Forms, and people can fill it online, and it's very available for the students like overseas I mean in Canada or in UK, as since we are in Australia, and the time slot is from 15th to 29th of September of this year, and we try to use some university emails and use some clubs, and also we use some platforms like social media, like WeChat or maybe Facebook, Instagram, and also WhatsApp. And it's very commonly used for students in Australia. And for the participants, we gathered about 240 uh, and 40 samples in total. That's mainly from Australia. That's like 120. That's half. And then for the UK and Canada, that's a quarter of each, and there are 60. And we put questionnaires in 15 items, and we use a 5-point Likert scale, and you can rate him from 1 for least and 5 for most. And for the next slide, for next page. Okay, thank you. Yeah, for the next page, uh, we are like introducing our ways for the interviews. It's similar time slot, and the format is a short. It's a short interview, just between 15 minutes and half an hour. It's semi-structured, and we try to get like 20 people in total. We are planning like 10 from Australia and 5 from United Kingdom and 5 from Canada. And the topics are around housing and daily spend, and also your work and study balance, and also your well-being and safety in or off campus. And for next page, that's one. And the way we make this, we combine the quantitative and the qualitative together. For the quantitative, we use descriptive stats and group comparison and the recession, these three strategies. And for the qualitative, we use thematic analysis, and we integrate it with quantitative findings to make it reliable. And yeah, next page. Yeah, for next page, that's key challenges we met during the survey, and also we talk about how we try to solve it. There are fewer UK and Canada responses, so we cut it to a quarter. We try to make it together, combine them together. That's as much as the sample we get in Australia, and we can like try to coordinate. We try to cooperate with like student unions and reminders, and we give some incentives like some voucher or something. And also time zone is a problem, because Australia is very have a very different time zone, almost totally reverse from the Canada and the United Kingdom. So we try to do the Google form, and we use flexible slots online, and also we use the weekend to for the interview, because in the weekend we have more time to do it. And also another problem is language barrier, because not all the overseas students are very good at English. So we try to use some simple words, make it clear, and try to make everybody understand what we are talking about. And then about sensitive topics, about sensitive topics, we allow them prefer not to say, and we give some support, and we make the data secure, and nobody will get it, and you can feel free to say anything you want. Yeah, that's how we do it. And then for next page, yeah, that's our questionnaire l- like is that we have first we check, are you currently an international student or graduated within the last 12 months? And then we like you to choose your areas in Australia, UK, or in Canada. And then your level of study, your field of study, like engineering or finance or something. And then we check about your weekly rent. And then we after collecting this basic information, we want you to write in your experience. It's like if your house are affordable, and if your housing are safe and comfortable, And also about transport is a concern. Your transport is easier for where you live. And then the first part is about housing. The next part is about working. If you're working like if you're working like have something to do with your studies and they can affect your grades or something. And then we also care about your mental health because you're learning maybe some some programming or something or like give you a lot of pressure. So we also need to check your mental health status. And then we ask you about your well-being, like if you feel belong at your university, and if you feel like you are discriminated in the university, or if you or if so, you did encounter and discrimination. Did the university responded effectively or something? And finally, we care about your safety. And if you feel safe in on off campus when it's dark, and also overall, we need you to give an overall grade of being an international student. Yeah, that's the questionnaire. And for the next part, we have the interview checklist. That's a lot of key points like the background, the country you studied in, and your degree level. That's similar to the questionnaire, if you are work or not. And also about housing, we care about if it's affordable, and what about its location, its quality, and also the transport. Is there very convenient or not? And then we asking some questions about your work, if you work or not, and if you have a work and study balance. Also, we care about like some visa requirements because some visa don't allow you to work too much, or if you have some scholarships that can release your working pressure. And then we care about the well-being, and we asking about the press source, and asking about the coping strategies, and we can also give some help if you need it. And then it's about discrimination, similar to well-being, and then we try to improve this. We top the three changes you think the university can make, and we can like give feedback to the universities. Yeah, that's how we do the research, and that's how we do the survey and the interview. Yeah, thank you.
Hello, Professor. So sorry that like the meeting ended earlier, so I will be recording alone and will be combining both of the part. So my part, I will be talking about welfare of international student in Australia, UK, and Canada, and I will be concluding from the. I will be talking about the findings. So from the finding, like we found out that Australia provide have the most friendly and inclusive environment where where everyone is very open and welcoming to the student from different countries, and they also Australia also have a strong student support where they receive different support from the university such as mental support, stress and study issues. Then they also can be involved in different activities such as sports and make be involved in with friends. So overall, Australia gives pretty good support in both from study and life, helping international students feel safe, included, and study for the future. And then, if you're talking about United Kingdom, in comparatively, United Kingdom have higher quality education. The UK has some of the best universities in the world, so students get a good education and good career skills. However, the working visa after they are done studying, they usually have a 2 year of work time, which is shorter than Australia and Canada, and also they have a less support outside class. Many of the students don't get much emotional and social needs, and it can sometimes make them feel lonely, and especially for international students. Also, they have a money challenges since the living expenses is very high and the tuition fees are very high. Some of the students find very hard to manage the overall expenses. And talking about overall, the UK United Kingdom offer pretty good education, but gives less support for life outside the classroom. And talking about Canada, we found out that it is multicultural and welcoming. Canada is very friendly and safe for international students. People of many cultures live together peacefully, and also Canada offer a pretty good post-graduation work permit, so student can work up to 3 years after finishing their studies. This helps them gain experience and maybe stay longer in the country. And also talking about some of the issues, the living cost is very high, especially in the cities, big cities like Toronto and Vancouver. There are also housing shortage, which make it very hard for them to find cheap places. And overall, Canada give pretty good study and work chances, but also the cost of living is very difficult for the student. So from the survey and the interview, we understand that international students feel good about their life and support in Australia, UK, and Canada. And the results show that Australia give the best overall support for international students, including with the help of studies, mental health, and living. And the project helped our team improve resource analysis and teamwork skill. And we also learned that student welfare is not just about school; it is also linked to money, mental health, and future opportunities in different countries. Thank you.